Welcome everybody, this is Debbie from Deb's Thing. Tonight I am going to be making a design that I've called Veiled Enchantress. This was originally seen in part 2 of my original design videos way back at the beginning of my YouTube career as 5Q. Now it looks similar to herringbone, but I looked over, I believe it's Feeling Spiffy. I'm going by my memory, which has proven to fail me on more occasions than not. But anyways, I looked at how she put it together, and I'm pretty sure mine is a unique or different design, making it unique, therefore. So anyways, this was the first one I did. So this is, nope, yes, this was the first one I did. And I really liked it. And then I tried it again in black. And then I tried it, you know, with the longer length and with the white. And this is the back side. I don't know. I like this side better. So for this, for the white bands, I'm going to change it up a little bit and just using, instead of regular opaque band, I'm going to try using these rounded gold bands, and I don't have enough of either one, so I'm kind of in the middle right here. Is like, should I do the borders in the middle in the dark and in here with the light? And instead of doing, in all of these, well, this one I did rainbow colors, but I did 3 colors here and 3 varying shades of yellows and kind of a neon orange here. So I think I'm just going to do the turquoise and the black with the gold on top, and I think that'll look really, really cool. So I haven't done this in a while. I practiced it, and then, you know, I get sidetracked and I don't do tutorials for a while. So anyhow, my first thing, I think I'm going to do the borders in the middle in the darker gold. So I'm placing these 2 here because on these thicker bands I found that, you know, doubling up any extension, even on the little ends here, looks nicer than just one. So I'm putting 2 bands here to begin the extension later on, and then we are going to go up the side. So you're going to go all the way up both sides. Okay, so you're going to go all the way, you know, to the end, or as long as you want to make it. I'm doing a full length. And then you do the same on this side. So, you know, it's just going to repeat itself. And then you are also going to go up the middle. So take whatever color you want and just, you know, place the bands here, up the sides and up the middle, and I'll show you how to, you know, go finish it off at the end, which actually, well, anyways, you'll see when I get back on camera, and how I go about it. It's a little different. So here is what the loom should look like at this point. Okay, so I went all the way up. You know, if you want to do it to the end, you can actually go up to here, because I'm going to go down to that one. But for now, you can place this band and that band. Alrighty, see that okay? I'm going to zoom in, but not too much, else I don't have any working space. Alrighty. So now you can either continue with the same color, because that's what I did, you know. So veil is usually all one color, but this will just be a little bit a shade difference. So now you're going to take what I call the A colored band. And we're going to place one here. Oh! That's a long stretch for these babies. Oh my goodness. This is the only one that's going to be, I think, stretched this far. Maybe this wasn't a good choice. These bands do not stretch as much. We will see. Okay, now we are going to go all the way up, placing bands here and here. Oh yes. Oh no, I think I'm going to live to regret this. Ah! Oh, I hope these bounce back, or else this is going to look, it's not going to look good if it doesn't turn out, if these don't snap back. We will see. Live and learn. So you can either go up one side and then up the other. It's usually easier just doing it all on one side, because then, I switch hands, but it's just more profitable time-wise. So just quickly go up one side and then up the other, because it doesn't matter. It's not one of these designs where you have to work each side. So anyways, that's what it looks like on that side, and of course it looks pretty much the same on this side, except opposite. So there you go. So if you guys don't want to use these rounded bands, you know, before you get too far, pull them all off and use something that might be a little, less contentious. Is that the word I want to use? When we loop them back. I'm just afraid that these are going to be overly stretched to be loose and sloppy looking, where these don't have the stretch. But right here. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I will be back and when I get this part finished and show you what's next. Sorry I took so long. Of course you didn't realize it, but I had printed these instructions. They were so light, they're darker now, but I sat for half an hour trying to figure out how did I finish this, and then I finally figured it out, and then I looked back at my card and said, duh, I had it all, it was all there all along. Oh, knucklehead sometimes. Oh, what can you say, huh? What can you do? So anyhow, let's get back to work. Now that I've figured out what was right in front of me. So this is obviously the last, set of bands that are going to be able to place like that. So this set, you're going to do this one like you've done all the way up, but this one you're going to double up on this last peg. Okay. Oh no, it's falling apart. Oh no. Rainbow Loom needs to make one big, like this thick, like this high up, and at least 8 pins across, because these always want to come off, and it always freaks me out, especially when it starts getting tight. So anyhow, that's all you're going to do up here for now. We're not going to close it off yet. For some reason, I figured out, that this band should be the last one placed. So now we will start placing our B colored bands. And they're all going to go, well, the first one's going to go, am I on camera? Yep, I'm on screen. You just have one each here, but the rest of the way up you'll have 2 bands. So you're going to go out here towards the center. And since we're switching bands, colors, I love turquoise and black. And I think this whole color scheme is has a real retro feel, kind of, let's see, early 60s? I think it was early 60s. I just like it, that's all. So hopefully it'll look as pretty when it's finished. Again, I'm worried about these bands because they're so stretched out, their color's kind of gone away. So anyhow, we're going to continue to do this. You can do all the same color. You can do a rainbow effect. You can do gradation of colors, you know, as long as you fill up your B color bands in this order. Two this way, then two that way. And on to the next one. Very simple. Nothing complicated about this. I think it's a little bit of a learning curve, looping it back in the right order, but I don't think it's anything too crazy. So hopefully that's enough. That was real basic, and I think you can just rewind if you need to see that again. But I'm just going to do that all the way up to this pin here, 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 and here. And I will show you it when when I'm at that point. I'll do the last bands so that there's no confusion. Right, see you in a sec. Okay there, as promised, I will make sure that you understand how to finish it off. So we have one set of B bands, B colored bands. We'll take you to this post that we're going to cap. Okay. Then I'm going to take my darker gold, because I use that for the borders, and place it like this. Now we're ready to cap it. I'm going to turn it around because I have more room on that end of my little tape. And since I am doing double, I am going to take two bands and pop them on for the cap. Okay, so now we turn it over, because I used the back side of these index cards for my instructions on how to loop it back. So we're going to start by pulling back the cap bands. I say bands because I used two. And we're going to do one A band and then the second. Then we will do it on this side. Let's see. Switch hands so you can see it better. Now we will loop the B colored bands out on each side. I'm sorry, I just realized I'm mumbling as I'm speaking. I'm looking down. The speaker on my camera is above my head, and I'm speaking softly. But hopefully you can just follow me without having to listen to me, because I do so poorly at it. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. I also do not make my notes very neat, obviously, because I can't read them. So now we're going to take the A colored bands to the center, and this top band, reach in there and grab it. Okay. We are not going to do anything with the center row until the very end. So that was our setup sequence. So now we will be doing the same all the way up to the end. So start with your A bands. I mean your B colored. I'm sorry, B colored bands. Bring them out. So whichever is on top, go that direction first. And then bring this one back to its a home pin, and this one to the center. Then come back down here. Yeah, okay. And bring these towards the center. And it looks like, let me see, do borders, okay. We're going to wait to do the borders in the middle last, which is not usually how I do my designs. I usually loop them up as I go, but I guess I changed it up on this one. So here we go again. Take the top B colored band and bring it out, and then bring the second one out to its home pin. Let's see, make sure I'm staying on camera. Then grab this one on this side and pull it out. And then reach in here, grab this band on top, bring it back to its home pin, and then bring this one to the center. Come back down here, and I will do it a couple more times, but it's pretty easy. This is, you know, nothing too complex about this design, but I think it's pretty. And you know, the way the A color bands lay on top, it just reminded me of a veil. And so, veiled enchantress, right? I think an enchantress would wear a veil to make her enchanting, right? Okay. So the B bands are on the top, so they go first. And then we kind of come back down, grab this and bring it all the way up here. Ooh, I did that one messy. That one's all twisted. Bring that to the middle, come back down here. Okay, one more time. The B bands, which are on top in the middle here. If you followed me, you'll be doing the left side first, and then the right side. And then you reach back here, grab the A colored band, bring it up to its home pin. No switching pins, all looping back to their same pins that they started out on. Okay, so I'm going to continue to do that until all the A and B bands that are at the diagonal are looped. When you get up here, should be obvious how to finish off these last ones, but if not, just stop, you know, right about here, and I will show you how to finish those off. I hope you didn't mind how long that took. I mean, it took a little bit of time, and we're not done yet, but hopefully it's worth it. As promised, I would show you how to finish it off. I just finished my full sequence of bringing these set of B colored bands out, and then bringing the A here and the A to here. So now we'll reach in here, and since there's only one A band, I mean B colored band, we'll just bring each of those out. Where are you? And there's only one A band. So pretty simple, right? And do on this side. Up here. Now we are just going to go up the sides. Just single chain looping or looming. Okay, so do that on each side. So finish those all the way up, and then go up to center. Reach in there, grab that only band, very simple. And so you will do all that all the way to this very last pin, and then we will secure it and take it off. Alright, I don't think I need to show you any more of that since it's so extremely basic. Great. See you in a sec. Now we're ready to secure our bracelet and take it off the loom, which I'm going to do very carefully because in a second you will see an almost catastrophe. More to my band, these gold bands. Just stretch out one part of it, stretch out very, very thin, and it look like it's going to break. So you'll see my quick fix. Okay. As I was going up the center, I was being real careful because I'm quite sure it is impossible, impossible to replace a broken band. These gold bands and some of the other, there was a package, I forget what they were called, but they were rounded and they kind of, some were like kind of pale green and some pale pink, and they had a little bit of glow in the dark thing. Those bands, just the way they are, they're very brittle and break easily. And so these gold bands, one broke up here, but it was really easy. It was this one right here. That was easy, just to take off a few bands and replace it. But going up the center, I just very gently, stretch those out. So got some nice, very minty smelling dental floss, and I just looped it from there to there, which is what, this band right here, the middle secures. So hopefully I've got it tied up enough in case it snaps, and I'll just tie this tightly, and I've got somewhere my silvers, but I've got the Sharpie, I've got gold, silver, and bronze, and if it comes down to it and I need to secure it with dental floss, hopefully the Sharpie will stick to it, and no one will know the better. Okay, now this is one of those things that as you start taking it apart, your whole loom is going to collapse on you because of the tension, which is why I've been meaning, I took pictures of one bracelet I did where I had severe loom clapping, I don't know, my loom kept collapsing, so I took photographs of it, and I've been meaning to send them to Rainbow Loom so that maybe they can figure out something, because unless we're all going to stop looming in the near future, it would be really nice to have, like I said, a big base, a few more thicker, deeper than 3 on each side, maybe 4 or 5, and at least 8 pins wide. That would be awesome. I think, that would help stabilize putting these together. I know they have those boards now that the pins, they all stick together. They're just solid, but I think they only work in one configuration, or limited configuration, because you can't do parallel, because I think they're all in the 3-pin staggered configuration. So, I don't know. I haven't checked those out. Okay, so now take it off. Try to do it as carefully as possible. I'm just so afraid these gold bands are going to snap. Come on. Please don't break. Please don't break. Coming up to this. I'm going to loosen all these around it first. Stressville. Oh, good. It looks like it's still intact. My hands still hurt, so I'm kind of slow at this, so be patient or fast forward to the end. That's what I do with you guys. You're taking your ears off. I don't need to watch that. Let's get it to the end. You already told me what I needed to hear. Alrighty. those all comes in. Oh, I'm liking this. Mama likes. So let's take a look at this band. Let's see what she looks like. Which one was she now? Okay. It's stretched really thin. But it looks good. Looks good. Alright. So grab my scissors. Take this off. Watch it fall apart on me. No, we can't have that after all that work. Oh, I really like how this feels. And I like how it looks, and I'm glad I did the dark on the outside and a little bit lighter on the inside. Cute. Look at that. Oh, and my husband's coming in the door. Oh, I made this one a little longer. Now it's like a little too big. But anyways, I might have to give it to somebody. So if you like this design, please feel free to subscribe to Deb's Thing and check me out on Instagram at Deb's Thing. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are in this beautiful world. Thanks so much.